Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now here's something to make a parent think. Researchers in New Zealand say a child's life chances are set by the age of 3. They tracked the lives of 1,000 people at regular intervals for 40 years. Those who scored poorly in cognitive tests at 3 tended to lead poorer lives, more likely to be sick, dependent on welfare or involved in criminal activity. The researchers say their evidence shows the need for greater focus on preschool children. Here's our science correspondent, Palab Ghosh.
I want us to do some big boys and big girls building this morning. Do you think you can do that? Yeah. Yeah?
They're only 3, but what happens to them now will determine the course of the rest of their lives.
Oh, this is looking really good, guys.
It's just one study of people in New Zealand, but the researchers say that it's likely to be relevant in the UK and many other countries. And the message is to invest more in children when they're young, rather than the risk of failed lives later.
If a child is off on the wrong foot at age 3 and not ready for school, then they fall further and further and further behind in a sort of a snowball effect that puts them with unprepared for adult life.
A new study indicates that those who fall behind early on will almost certainly go on to have dismal lives. In the journal Nature Human Behaviour, they found that those who had low test scores when they were 3 went on to account for more than 80% of crimes, required 78% of prescriptions, and received 66% of welfare payments.
I was drinking. I was drinking, I was drinking, I was drinking.
Ilario has been in and out of prison for drugs offences. And like many, his problems started early on in life. His father was an alcoholic, and he started on the same course by the time he was just 8. Ilario is proof that people can turn their lives around if they're given support later in life. He now owns his own catering business. Those involved in rehabilitation programmes say that they often see that things start going wrong for offenders when they're very young.
This research shows that we do need to focus our attention on those with the most need. And I think maybe if this research is showing that there's a group of young children that may be at risk of developing these problems later in life, but maybe we do need to become a bit more diagnostic in terms of the support that they need from the earliest years, so that maybe we could prevent them going down this route of, getting into these various problems with criminality, drug use, and also the other health-related problems that they've identified in the study.
Ready, nice and slow.
Successive governments have expanded the provision of nursery education. But the new study suggests they may have underestimated just how important it is in shaping the future of children's lives. Palab Ghosh, BBC News.
I've been getting away with it all my